Hi, my name is Ozzy, and I am here today to discuss mounting saddlebags on my motorcycle. My specific motorcycle is a 2006 Harley-Davidson Sportster. The reason I'm making this video is not because I'm some kind of expert, but because when I was doing my own research, I noticed that there was a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. Hopefully, this little instructional video will help answer some of the questions that I had. When I decided to mount the saddlebags, the research that I did indicated that I needed to relocate my turn signals and indicated that I needed some supports for the saddlebags. What you see here is the support for the saddlebag, and what you see here is the relocated turn signal. This is where the turn signals were originally. One thing that was not mentioned is that there's a little divot here when you get finished, and that divot needs to be plugged. When I decided whether or not to do this myself, I took a couple things into consideration. Number one is how much time would I have to invest. Number two is how much in materials would I have to invest. And number three is how professional would the job look when I finished. Based on a combination of the three, I chose to outsource the work, and VIP Custom Cycles in Cedar Rapids, Iowa is who did the work for me. Thanks guys, you did an excellent job. When it comes specifically to the mounting brackets for the saddlebags, what made me decide to go with the pros is the fact that the front mount has to be mounted where the springs are, so I would have needed a spring compressor. I don't have it, didn't want to buy it, let the pros do it. The reason that I let the pros do the turn signal relocation, well, they had that anyway, it was due for maintenance, I figured I'd just toss that in. This is a Harley aftermarket part, cost me about 80 bucks. This is a third-party part, I bought it from J&P Cycles, and including shipping and tax, it cost me about $60. The saddlebags that I went with are Willie and Max, and I will explain briefly how to mount them, and then I'll mount them and I'll show you a before and after picture. Essentially, once you reach this point, all you need to do is remove the screw that holds the seat down, take the seat off, put the saddlebags on, fit them right, put the seat back on, and you're done. That's all I've got to say about that for now. Okay, it's about a half hour later and my saddlebags are on. As I mentioned, all I had to do was take the seat off, and then I had to fit the saddlebags. After I fit the saddlebags through a little bit of trial and error, there's no way around that, I laced the two sides together, which really there's no way to explain without taking pictures. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. And then I put the seat back on, and then I laced the saddlebags on. These saddlebags are designed to be quick release. There's a zipper right here, and then they lace with a long lace that wraps around the mounting bracket, and then you tie it off on each end. And I have a little cord left over, and I just stuffed it in the bag. One thing that I wish these saddlebags had was a small flap that went over the top of the zipper, because if the flap went over the top of the zipper, it would help hide the fact that it's quick release, which would make it a little more theft resistant just through obscurity. One thing I like about the saddlebags is the fact that they've got the quick release, and I'll show some photos of that. I'll also show some photos of the lacing system and some close-up photos of the quick release. About a half hour, and you got some nice saddlebags. Again, these are the Willie and Max saddlebags for my Sportster. The width is 12 inches, the depth is 9.5 inches, and the depth is 5.5 inches. Inside the saddlebags, there is kind of like a plastic version of cardboard. I'll take a picture of that, and I'll show it as well. I don't know how these saddlebags are going to perform over the long term. If If you have questions over the long term, feel free to ask me, and I will tell you what I think of them over the long term. I hope that this video has proven instructional, and if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please feel free to let me know.
Had